Yo, what's up, guys? It's another beautiful day in California, where I'm from, and I have some workflow tips for you guys. I think it's important that everyone have a workflow or sort of a schedule of when they work on their music. I'm kind of a busy dude some days, and it's good to have some, not, I don't want to say schedule, but like kind of a routine of how you get into finishing your tracks, because a very long time ago I had this problem. Even sometimes now I have this problem of I can't finish a track, and it's just another thing that I go to like every day, and I just never know where to go, and I don't finish it. And without a structure, I can't finish it. So I applied a structure to how I make music, and now I can finish a song. I'll know when I'm gonna finish it by, and I'll get into that in another video, but for now, this is a workflow sort of thing. So, things I do to get me there, just so I'm working quickly and not having to do things over and over. So, the first thing I do is like when I'm editing an area in my songs. So, obviously, I guess I'll get into my first easy tip, which is grouping. Because if let me open up all my groups. Actually, there's an easier way to do this. So if I click on this and shift down at the bottom one, I can open them all up. Oh, I guess not. I guess that doesn't work with opening groups, but whatever. So let me open these all up and show you what a mess this would be if I didn't have groups. So this is like, it's not a lot of tracks, but it's messy. There's like, well, at least 5 or 4 or even 8 tracks inside of one of these groups, and I have several. So I group things just so I can close everything down, and when I'm working on something, I can make it as big as I want and really focus in on that area. So grouping's big for me. And also what I do with my groups is this is all drums right here. So hold on, let me play an area with drums. So as you can see, it's just my drums playing. But what I do is I have it going to my send only, and I send it to its own send, and that way I can have like a bus of it that is actually the bus is actually going to the master, and the signal it's getting from the group is actually going only to the send. So it's just going to send only, and that's kind of I do for mixing reasons and things like that. And what I like to do with groups is I like to add some compression, like a bus compressor. So that is a kind of a workflow thing that I do to get my stuff very loud and very in your face early on without really having to mix at that point. Because if I'm mixing and I didn't really do this, then I'm going to be doing more compression later on, and it could get sloppy. So I do serial compression. So I compress all the tracks on its own slightly, around 3 dB of gain reduction. Then I do that with all of the tracks, so it gels. Then I do it again on the bus, so that way it's compressed, but it's not over compressed, and it's still loud, which I know everybody wants. So I group things, and now if we go back to the other window, let me see if I want to focus in on something. I like to use Command L. So what I do with Command L is loop. So like if I want to work on this little snare part, I'll just select it on the track, and then I'll press Command L, and it made a loop of it. Or you could select a whole track like this and press Command L. You have to select it pretty much, or make a selection. So like that. And that's the way I kind of quickly go about that. So Command L is to loop, and that's highly useful for me. That's the key I use most inside of Ableton. So make selection, Command L. It's easy like doing it like that, as opposed to if I wanted to work on this, I would have to like Command Shift to get the arrow bars, or to get make a selection, or press Command to make it this way, or I'd have to fucking drag it out. That's just a waste of time. So don't do that. Use Command L. And obviously another one, I guess my third tip would be copy and paste. So if you don't know copy and paste, it's Command C to copy something and Command V to paste, and you just make a selection, or you could make uh, or make whatever selection you want with by getting this yellow outline of it. So copy and paste is another one, and why that's I'm going over it is because copy and paste goes much further than just clips and audio and all that. I use it with plugins. So let me go into a group here. Like what I like to do is I like to group a EQ and a compressor together, like a sidechain compressor and EQ, which is pretty much a high pass of like around 240 dB. So this will go on anything that isn't a bass or a percussion sound. So I high pass all my synths, pads, like all that stuff, mid-range basses even. So like what I do is like get these two together. I'll get my settings the way I like them, and then press Command G, which is grouping these two plugins together, and I can close it like that, save some room down here, and then I'll press Command C and I'll paste it down to another track that I want it on, and then I'll of course adjust the parameters to fit that track the way it should. And I guess I already went over my sends and groups, or I mean what I do with my sends here, which are really my masters, were the audio going to my master. So if I wanted to mute my drums, I just turn these two channels off, because, well, this one is a parallel, so don't worry about that. But if I want to turn off my drums, I usually just go for one thing, and just like that. And let me see. If you don't know how to make new send tracks, it's just Option Command T. So Option Command T will get you another bus like that, but I don't want that. So what the hell, get it out of here. Okay, just making sure I didn't do something else. And so that's pretty much sends for you. So Option Command T to make a new one. This is one that most people don't use, but I use it quite a lot because either I'll be on a laptop or on a gigantic iMac screen. So my iMac is like 27 inches and my laptop is 13 inches. So it could be straining on my eyes to adjust to Ableton on those two different screens, or my friends' computers or whatever. So I do Command comma, I think. Yeah, it's Command comma. And what that does is it brings up my preferences, and I go look and feel. And everyone always loves my oak. I like to use oak. But this is what I wanted to show you. Zoom display. So if I put this back at 100, you can see Ableton is now at its default size, the size it wants to be. But for reasons I don't like it to be 100% on my laptop, which is what I'm recording on, because my laptop is a small screen. So I will set it to 85%, so things kind of fit better on my screen. But you could go crazy with this. You could go 50% and make things super tiny, or, you know, above and beyond that. Above and beyond. So play around with that. If you've always hated how big things were on Ableton, you go here, zoom display, and fix it there. Or if you want to change your skins, which is, you know, the color thing, if you want to change that to whatever other color, do that. I like oak, I don't know why. And let's see. I mean, that's pretty much all my quick workflow things. Those are things, you know, grouping things and resizing it and copy and paste, and my sends being the way they are. I mean, those things help me make songs quickly but yet sound good, and it's really just to get Ableton out of my way so I could just write. And I guess learn shift keys, you know, like learn how to use a shift key in Ableton. So if I want to select these groups, I mean, I'm using shift to click through here, or, you know, command keys at the same time. So if I want to select this one, And this one, I'm just holding down command and selecting the ones I want, or I could deselect them with command. So I mean, learn those kind of keys. Option, obviously, so if I want to copy this whole area, then I can press command D and duplicate it over, or option, you hold it down and it's a copy and paste sort of function. So those kind of things, those are my workflow. So hope this helps you, and thanks for watching.